what's up, YouTube? It is us. We are back. It's the Sippingtons. This is my beautiful wife,
Steph.
It's your boy Jay. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna check out a little bit of news, national news, see what's going on. People told us to start reacting to things a little bit different, so we're gonna check out teens take over downtown Chicago. Two shot. We've been hearing a lot about this teen takeover thing where on the news, teens, like a whole bunch get on social media and gather and meet up in a place and just ransack and cause chaos. What do you think about that, baby?
I don't know because I haven't seen it, but we're about to get into it. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, and share this video. But without further ado, let's see what these teenagers is up to.
Well, chaos breaking out in downtown Chicago on Saturday night as hundreds of young people crowded the streets. And the video coming from this shocking, showing massive groups jumping on cars, causing tourists to flee the sound of gunfire. 2 teens were hospitalized after they were shot in all of this. News Nation affiliate WGN's Courtney Spinelli has the latest on the city's response.
Right now, things are much quieter than last night when hundreds of young people flooded this area, prompting a massive police response. During it, 2 teens were shot and rushed to the hospital, both said to be in fair condition. This right here is what it looked like on the streets of Chicago Saturday night.
We had people jumping on cars. This is insane.
Large numbers of young people crowding the area of the loop from Michigan Avenue to Clark Street and could be seen jumping on parked cars and smashing windows. 2 times, groups of teens were also seen punching, kicking, and stomping on someone on the ground.
The crime in Chicago is simply out of hand. It's nuts.
Community activists outraged and calling on city leaders to help address the crime.
We need to give the Chicago Police Department the funding and the resources that they need to take care of this crime in our communities.
As chaos unfolded Saturday night, it was enough to disrupt traffic and CTA service. Officers flooded the scene, attempting to control the crowds.
There needs to be more respect for our police officers. There needs to be more law and order. The punks outside in the street, they don't care. They can do anything they want.
In the midst of it all, shots were fired just after 9, leaving 2 teens injured. A 17-year-old boy was hit in the leg, and a 16-year-old boy was shot in the arm.
There were crowds in the streets, there were people yelling, there were police cars, so I used my running capability and we basically ran back to our hotel.
Margaret Vatum says she came to Chicago to see the ballet, but it was the scene in front of her that caused her to move quickly back to her hotel. She's been to the city many times before, but feels uneasy after Saturday's event.
I am kind of nervous about coming to Chicago in warmer weather again. When it's nice and cold, people seem to not be out acting like this, but it was scary.
Locals Stuart and Heidi Floyd say they only saw a large group of kids, but didn't see anything destructive happening.
When we walked by, it was a large group of kids, and they were just kids being kids. So we didn't see any of the vandalism or destruction.
Meantime, this isn't the first time this weekend police have responded to a massive group of teens. Hundreds took over 31st Street Beach Friday night, where a 14-year-old boy was also shot.
This is beautiful city. We do not want to see the city makes a world news again.
This afternoon, outgoing Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot issuing a statement saying the city will not allow public spaces to become a platform for criminal conduct. She also says CPD leadership has assured her that they will make adjustments to address these teen trends as they head into the summer months. Natasha?
All right, thank you so much for that report.
Okay. Teens takeover. Okay. From what I'm gathering, is a whole bunch of teens get together, like I said, and cause chaos. For what? For what's the reason? Why would you do something like that? What would make? I know kids are going to be kids, but if you want to have fun, what is fun about going and destroying a place or a city where you live at, where your mother, your family, and y'all gotta, dwell at and shop at and be at? I mean, what's fun about that? Before being a kid, to go have fun, a little mischief would be something a little bit lighter than this. But just to go and cause chaos just for the sake of causing chaos, I'm a little lost. I don't get it. What do you think, babe?
I'm a little lost as well because one couple said that there was a massive group of teenagers hanging around, but they were just hanging around. They weren't doing anything destructive. However, I feel like when you get a massive group,
okay,
of teenagers without anything for them to do, they're going to find and create things for them to do. Now, do I think that's right? No, I don't. Do I agree with what they've done? No, I do not. Had I been on my car and they were jumping on, I would have ran them over. I'm not going to lie, because I would have been fearing for my life. I would have ran them over and knocked them down just like some bowling pins, heading to the next police officer, going to the police station. Yes, I would have done that. Now, would that have been right? Probably not, but I would have been in fear for my life, I feel like, at that point. And I see a lot of city officials on here saying, we're not going to tolerate this from a group of thugs, and we're not going to do this, and we're not going to do that. Okay, that's fine. We're not going to do it. We're not going to take it anymore, or whatever you want to say. But I still have not heard anything come out of his mouth as to what is the solution. Okay, just because of you saying what you're not going to tolerate and what you're not going to stand for, okay, that's nice, that's cute, but what are you going to do to prevent it from happening again? I didn't hear any of that come out of his mouth.
Okay, when you say prevent it from happening again, like what would you come up with? Like I have prevention is every generation is different, and when we were young is different from when these young folks are young. What would somebody have to do to prevent them from going to destroy stuff? Not going to play basketball, not meeting on like normal stuff where you could let out energy, you could let out all this extra oomph that you got as a teen, where you could go to the park, play, do all the stuff that we did. I don't know if it's parks over there in Chicago, but it got to be something to do. It's something to do a lot of places, but a lot of times teens of this era don't want to do that. That's boring. That's corny to them. So I'm asking you, what would you come up with if you were like, if you had a way to give them something to do?
Well, it looks like it ain't even a point of me trying to figure out what they would do or any recreational things to keep them out of trouble. I'm trying to keep the people in the city safe at this point. So one of the things that I probably would implement, because it looks like it's not there, would be some type of curfew. This is what time at night all these kids are out here flying and running around. You implement a curfew at a certain time. Anyone over the age or under the age of 18 shouldn't be outside. That's one rule. Another rule could be maybe somebody monitoring these social media pages, because from what I understand, this is how they all congregate. This is how they all find out where to meet and what to do and what's going on. So I'm just saying it has to be some type of corrective action plan put into place, because I can stand at a podium and say, oh, I'm not going to tolerate this is wrong, which the city's not going to stand for it. We got law-abiding citizens who are scared for their lives and this and that and blah blah blah. I could go on and write a good story and say something good about that, just so I can look good. But at the end of the day,
you got to implement what you're saying.
You have to implement.
And then when he implements what he's saying, that was a good one. You said when he implements what he's saying.
Well, we can't say when, because that's going into the future.
Whatever it is, you can't be scared to do whatever you got to do. And people saying, "Oh, you're just picking a certain group of kids," when it's mainly what you see. That's what I'm saying. That's what might happen. That's what more than likely.
I'm saying. You're going into the future. Is it going to work? Are they going to be stereotyped? Like, I don't know any of those things.
Okay.
So I'm not going that far. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter if you live in the suburbs. It doesn't matter if you live in the ghetto. It doesn't matter if you're black, if you're white, you're Chinese, you're Hispanic, you're Asian. It doesn't matter. Anybody under the age of 18. And so I'm not stereotyping anyone. I'm not saying anyone, this group of kids here can come out after 12, but this group can't. No, it's anyone under the
well, that's what I'm saying. When they just got to be prepared. I'm not saying you're saying it. They just got to be prepared for the consequences, because, like you said before, I watch a lot of things and I've seen this play out again and again and again. And I've seen this happen where they implemented things and then they get attacked for doing the thing that they supposed to do to protect the innocent people from, the skullduggery or the acting up of anybody. I've seen it. So that's the only reason I'm telling you this. I've watched it.
Yeah, well, I feel like anything that you implement, no matter what it is, somebody's going to have a problem with it. Now, if that's what's best for the majority of the people and the common good of the city, okay, you may have a couple people who don't like the rules, have something to say about the rules. But at the end of the day, if it's keeping the majority of the people safe, and it's keeping the city safe, and it's keeping the tourist dollars coming through there, and wanting the people to come and visit your city, then that's what we have to do.
Okay. Point, counterpoint. I get it. But, okay, well, what do you guys think about this teen takeover thing that's been trending with all the different cities across America?
And have you ever witnessed one?
Yeah, have you ever witnessed one?
Like in your town, wherever you're from, have you ever seen this? I heard that they do them in malls. You know, they do them just at a park. They get together on social media and they just get a group of them, and the whole thing is to go out there and to wreak havoc and cause chaos and confusion. It's not all, let's all get together and I don't know, just dance and talk and I don't know, chill out or hang out. No, it's all about all of them getting together and causing chaos and confusion. And if this is happening in your town, or if you've been through a town, if you've witnessed one of these things or incidents, what would you do? How did you take it? And what are some of the corrective actions that you would put into place or implement if you were empowered to do these things? What would you do to keep them or prevent them from happening in the future?
Okay, good. Anyway, that's we got a good one over here. Anyway, if you guys like this, comment, like, subscribe, and share, and let us know your thoughts. Like my wife said about, what would you do? What type of preventative actions you would take or whatever to stop this type of situation from happening. But
chaos, confusion,
death, mayhem,
injury,
destruction, injury.
Breaking the law, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Just what action plan or what would you put into place if you were empowered to do that? Comment down below and let us know. We love you guys. Get your sip on, get your drink on. Yeah. If you're over the age of 21, get those things on. And if you are under the age of 18, curfew for yes. It's past 10 o'clock. You should be laying down. We love you. We are out.